Hi, I'm Caden here with my brother,
Cal,
and you're watching Eating W's.
eat the W.
That's a W. Let's eat one. Let's eat one. That's a W.
On today's episode of Eating W's, we have Cal and I's prediction for the 2026 Conference Championship games / round of the 2025-2026 playoffs. Now, of course, we only have 2 games, so this will probably be a pretty quick episode. But before we jump into those said games, just a quick update on Cal and I's head-to-head pick'em. Last week, we each agreed on 2 games, one correct, one wrong, and then on the 2 games we disagreed on, we split. So even though the numbers themselves did change, the gap between us stayed exactly the same, with me having a 2-point lead. I have 16 points, Callan has 14 points. Now, of course, as I mentioned the last 2 weeks, we are going a 2-4-6-8 system. The games last week were with 4 points apiece. These 2 games we're going to predict today were 6 points apiece. And then finally, the Super Bowl will be worth 8 points. So now jumping into our 2 predictions for these 6-point games and the conference championship round, starting with the AFC matchup, which will be played Sunday at 2 p.m. Central Time. We have the 2-seed New England Patriots heading to Denver to take on Jared Stidham and the 1-seed Broncos. We both start by agreeing here. We both have the Patriots in this one. And I don't think there's a ton to say. I'm picking the Patriots. Probably would have picked the Patriots regardless, actually. So I shouldn't say it's just because of Jared Stidham. But of course, as soon as that Bo Nix injury news came out, it was pretty obvious I was going to double down on the Patriots right here. This Broncos defense is so damn good that I think they keep it a close game. I think we see a low-scoring game where the Patriots only win by 10, 13 points, maybe even a 1-possession kind of 7-point game. But I just don't actually see a world where the Broncos are able to pull this one off. I've seen all the memes already, and I think Nick Foles himself tweeted out joking about how the Patriots don't have a very good track record against backup quarterbacks in the playoffs, joking back to that Eagles Super Bowl where they beat the Patriots with Nick Foles. But this is not the same situation. It's a very different situation. Jared Stidham is not near as much of an established quarterback as Nick Foles was that season after the Carson Wentz injuries. So like I said, I truly do think it's going to be a close game. If I'm a betting man, I'm going to take the spread on whatever the Broncos is for the Broncos to cover the spread. But nonetheless, the Patriots are going to pick up a win here, in my opinion.
Yeah, I like the Patriots in this one too. And I like them actually more because of the Bo Nix injury and because they're starting Jarrett Stidham, where Stidham came from New England and was drafted by New England. So this is, I think, a terrible matchup for Stidham to go into because they already know the book on Stidham, and there wasn't much there to begin with. No offense to him,
Yeah.
but he's a journeyman backup quarterback, and they don't do very well. They're trying to compare it to the Nick Foles situation. This is different. Foles had previous success and previous starts prior to the playoffs, so they're not that similar situations, other than just being injured during a playoff run. So other than that, for the Broncos, I think they're just going to be overwhelmed by the Patriots defense, who is proving to again be one of the top units in the league and was able to actually outscore that Houston Texans defense, who I said was the best defense left in the playoffs. So now that they're out, maybe it is the Patriots with the best defense, and we'll see how that defense does against this Broncos offense, because this is the Patriots' chance to shine and prove that they are a superstar caliber defense and shut down the Broncos and win this one going away.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I almost feel bad for the Patriots because I feel like now, if or when they win this game, everyone's going to be like, oh, well, the Broncos had no chance. The Patriots are legit. I truly think they were going to win this game, even if Bo Nix was at full health. But all they have to do now that Bo Nix is not playing is just no costly backbreaking turnovers, and that's pretty much it. If you don't give the Broncos the ball on a short field, I just don't see any way where they don't run away with it. So that's our predictions for that one. Moving on.
Coincidentally, I would have picked the Bills. The Bills had won.
You would have picked them over the
I would have picked
Patriots?
them over the Pats.
I don't know. I'm all in on the Patriots. Again, like I said last episode, Drake May fanboy coming out, but I think I would have taken the Patriots regardless. But moving on to our NFC matchup, which will be played Sunday at 5:30 Central Standard Time. We have the 5 seed Los Angeles Rams heading to Seattle to take on the 1 seed Seahawks in a divisional matchup, and we do split here. I have the 1 seed Seahawks in this one, and Callan has the Rams in an upset.
I like the Rams to continue their playoff run because, well, their wide receiver duo of Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua is proving to be very deadly, with Nacua getting most of the yards and touchdowns, and Devontae Adams making the clutch plays when they're called upon. And because of that, I think that they're going to be able to outscore the Seahawks because Darnold, I think, will finally crumble. He didn't have to crumble last week because the 49ers as a team finally crumbled. Just like we thought they might with all their injuries, they just were too much. It was too beaten up, too much gone for the Seahawks or the 49ers to even have a chance in that game. And I think that in this game, the Rams are coming in at much healthier strength. They're coming in off of a big win, off of a team that had a bit of a team of destiny, if you would, with the way that the Bears were winning games. So to kind of knock them out maybe makes the Rams a new team of destiny because they're the wild card. Remember, they quickly, before even week 17, were eliminated from division possibilities. So it'd be funny to see the Rams end up coming up on top, beating out the Seahawks and the 49ers. So I think that that's what will happen just because the NFC West has kind of beaten each other up all season long. Each team has gotten a win over each other, I believe. Even the Cardinals had a couple of good wins over the NFC West opponents, if I remember right. So it'll be a very good game, a very entertaining game, but I see the Rams coming out on top and a game-winning field goal at the end of regulation.
Yeah, the NFC West every year just beats the hell out of each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the guarantees in the NFL. But I was literally all in on picking the Rams. Before I made the document for this, I decided I was going to pick the Rams. I was ready to pick them. And then right before I locked it in and copy and pasted them over, I just started thinking about it more. And that Seahawks team is just so dominant. I agree. I think Sam Darnold crumbles too. But I think even with Sam Darnold crumbling, as long as it is not a historic 5 interception type claps or anything like that, the Seahawks from top to bottom are such a good roster.
Mm-hmm.
I think even if Sam Darnold throws 2-3 interceptions and has a really low yardage game with maybe 1 touchdown is all, I think that the Seahawks defense is able to get a few turnovers of their own to kind of close that gap of what Darnold did. And I don't know. I'm so torn on this one. It could really fall either way. This is a total toss-up for me, even being in Seattle. The Rams are on such a hot streak right now. They're such a healthy team right now. I can't really think of anybody who's not playing for them right now. And the Seahawks are a very good team, but much less playoff experience. One of their kind of 1A, 1B backs, and Zach Charbonnet is going to be out for this game, which is going to be a huge blow. They got George Halani and Velus Jones behind him that I think will fill in okay, but just not necessarily match what Charbonnet was able to do. But at the end of the day, this team is just so good. They have so much rolling for them right now. They have the 12th man with them. They're, of course, going to be at home, which is a huge, huge advantage and a huge decider for me in this one. And I probably sound hesitant, and it's because I am. I'm so torn on who I want to win this game, who I think is going to win this game, who I want to pick for this game. But for now, I'm going to lock in the Seahawks. I think that they're able to do it. And to be honest, I really do like Sam Darnold. I think he's going to collapse, but I'm not hoping for it. I'd love to see him still do well. I'd love to see him go on and win a Super Bowl because, I mean, it's ironic to say because I'm happy the Vikings let him go, and I also want him to win a Super Bowl for another team. It's very contracting statements, but I think it would be so cool for Sam Darnold and just really lock in that the NFL, even in your first 3 to 5 years, if you're considered a bust, you can still keep working at it and make something of yourself and find the right situation, which Sam Darnold is Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield are kind of like your poster children for that kind of idea.
He found a better situation than even he was in last year.
Exactly. Everyone was like, oh, he peaked. He found the situation. Now they let him go. And then here he is making a Super Bowl run, possibly being a Super Bowl starting quarterback. So hope the best for Sam Darnold. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I hope the best for him. And I'm going to lock in a Seahawks win on this one, hesitantly.
Yeah, it'll be down to whoever is able to take care of the ball better. 100%. Because Stafford has been known to turn the ball over consistently too. He can get on those snowball runs where he ends up throwing picks. He's not been immune to turning the ball over either. So I think whichever team takes care of the ball the best will be the team that wins. Obviously, that's a pretty bland statement, but I think it could even be like a 2 to 3 turnover battle type game.
And I mean, it is a bland statement, but it's a bland statement because you hear it so many times because it's true.
Yeah.
I mean, turnover differential is one of possibly the most deciding stats in football on who's going to win the game. Whoever protects the ball more has a better chance of winning. Pretty damn simple. So both very, very good games here. I think both of them are going to be very close, whether people think one's going to be a blowout. Some people think both are going to be a blowout, just from kind of what I've been hearing talking to different people. But I think that we're going to have a great week of conference championship football. So very excited to watch that. Thank you all for watching this episode and kind of following us through the playoffs. Make sure to stay tuned in until next week when we react to these 2 games we just predicted and also do our full breakdown and prediction for the Super Bowl. But until then, don't forget
to eat the W.